Here we have a study in contrasts, a tableau of opposing forces. In one corner, a marvel of lethal engineering, HK-47, an assassin droid with a single glorious purpose, the efficient and enthusiastic termination of organic life forms. He is a creature of pure logic, of function, of a job well done. Every circuit, every line of code sings a hymn to violent utility. He knows what he is. He knows what he is for. There is a simple, brutal beauty in that kind of certainty. It's the kind of clarity most people, or meatbags as he would say, can only dream of achieving. A life without doubt, only targets. In the other corner, we find something altogether different. A man. Let's call him Silas. He slouches on a throne of scavenged junk, a self-appointed king of a forgotten scrap heap. Silas isn't just apathetic, he's an aficionado of apathy. He doesn't merely accept the meaninglessness of existence, he revels in it. He bathes in futility like it's a warm bath. His life's work is to have no life's work. His purpose is to be without purpose. He finds a perverse theatrical joy in his own cosmic irrelevance. It's not just a phase, it's a dedicated lifestyle choice, a full-time commitment to doing absolutely nothing of consequence. Their paths cross on a desolate moon. Why? The reason is unimportant. Probably a wrong turn. Or a bounty puck gone haywire. The setting is perfect. A vast gray expanse under a sickly green sky. It's a place where things go to be forgotten. A fitting stage for this particular drama. HK-47 stands, his photoreceptors glowing a menacing red. He is a pillar of deadly intent. Silas just grins, a lazy, unbothered expression on his face. He sees not a threat, but a new, interesting flavor of absurdity to savor. The universe has sent him a walking, talking murder bot. How droll. The air crackles, not with tension, but with a kind of philosophical static. It's the friction between a life defined by a singular, violent mission and a life dedicated to the art of being utterly useless. One is a finely tuned weapon, the other is a broken toy that enjoys being broken. One sees a target, an obstacle to be removed. The other sees a cosmic punchline. This isn't a battle of good versus evil. It's a debate between doing something, anything, with extreme prejudice, and the profound, deliberate act of doing nothing at all. The stage is set. The players are in position. Let the existential absurdity commence. HK-47's vocalizer crackled to life, a sound like dry metal scraping over bone. Statement: "You are my target." Designation: Silas. Your continued existence is an inefficient use of planetary resources. Silas simply yawned, stretching his arms wide. He didn't even bother to stand up. Is it now? He mused, his voice dripping with mock curiosity. Inefficient. I like that. It's the most accurate description of me I've ever heard. In fact, it's my crowning achievement. HK-47 tilted his head. A micro-expression of droid confusion. Query: you take pride in your own obsolescence? This computation does not align with typical meatbag survival instincts. Silas chuckled. Oh, survival, so last century. Correction. Your philosophy is illogical, HK-47 stated, taking a step forward. His metallic foot crunched on loose gravel. A living organism without purpose is a statistical anomaly. A glitch in the system. Glitches must be patched. Silas leaned forward, propping his chin on his fist. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The glorious, beautiful glitch. You see a bug. I see a feature. You were built to do a thing. I have chosen to do a thing. Tell me, Tin Can, which of us is truly free? The question hung in the thin air. HK-47's photoreceptors seemed to narrow, processing this bizarre new data stream. Clarification. Freedom is the ability to efficiently pursue one's primary function, the droid retorted, his logic unwavering. My function is to terminate meatbags like you. Therefore, my freedom is in the act of your destruction. Silas clapped his hands together slowly, a mocking, hollow sound. Bravo! A perfect closed loop of reasoning. You find meaning in your programming. I find meaning in mocking the very idea of programming. We're two sides of the same absurd coin, you and I. You're a slave to purpose. I am liberated by the lack of it. It's almost poetic if you think about it, which I'm sure you don't. HK-47 raised his blaster rifle. The weapon hummed with stored energy. Objection. Your pseudo-philosophical ramblings are a waste of time. My master requires results, not rhetoric. Silas just smiled wider. Ah, the master. Of course. There's always a master. Someone who gives you your precious purpose. See, you're not even your own droid. You're just a tool. A very articulate, homicidal hammer. My lack of purpose? That's all mine. I built it myself. From scratch. Now who's the real anomaly here? The hum of the rifle grew louder. The debate was reaching its logical and likely violent conclusion. Statement. Your argument is a recursive loop of self-pity, masquerading as enlightenment, HK-47 declared. The barrel of his rifle was now aimed squarely at Silas's chest. It is the predictable whining of a meatbag who has failed to achieve any measurable success. Silas sighed dramatically, placing a hand over his heart. Failed? My dear Droid, you misunderstand. I have succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. My dream was to do nothing, to achieve nothing, to be nothing. And look at me, I'm the best at it. I am the undisputed champion of being a complete and utter waste of space. Can you say you are the absolute best at what you do? This gave HK-47 a moment's pause, his internal processors whirred. Analysis. My assassination protocols are rated in the top percentile of all registered assassin droids. My record of successful terminations is extensive and well documented. Silas waved a dismissive hand. Top percentile? Extensive? Bah! Semantics. Are you the one true king of the killer bots? Or is there another droid somewhere out there who is just a little bit faster, a little more ruthless? Your purpose is a competition. My pointlessness is a perfect solitary state of being. I have no rivals. I've already won. Grievance. You are attempting to use flawed meatbag logic to distract from your imminent termination, HK-47 announced, his tone betraying a hint of robotic frustration. This conversation is pointless. Silas burst out laughing, a real, genuine laugh that echoed across the scrap heap. Exactly! Finally, you get it! The whole thing is pointless. This conversation, this moon, your mission, my existence. It's all a grand cosmic joke, and you, my friend, are the straight man. The grim-faced stooge in a universal comedy. Don't you see how funny that is? The laughter died down, leaving an unnerving silence. HK-47 stood motionless for a full 3 seconds, processing, calculating, conclusion. The humor you perceive is a malfunction of your organic brain, a coping mechanism for the terror of your own mortality. He adjusted his aim slightly. My purpose is not a joke. It is a simple, elegant equation. You are the variable that must be subtracted. The punchline, as you call it, will be the sound your body makes when it hits the ground. It will be a very satisfying sound, and it will have a point. Silas just shook his head, still smiling. You just don't get it, do you? The standoff held, an impasse of ideologies, the droid, a monument to deadly seriousness, the man, a disciple of profound silliness. HK-47 saw a problem that needed solving with a blaster bolt. Silas saw a dance partner for his final absurd tango with the void. Final statement. Your life is a null set, a void in the data. My function is to correct such errors. Prepare for deletion. The rifle's hum intensified, the air growing thick with anticipation. This was it, the logical end. Purpose was about to assert its dominance over pointlessness. The universe would be tidier, more efficient. But Silas just held up a single finger. One last question for the road, he said, his tone conversational. If you kill me, you fulfill your purpose, right? Your mission is complete. Then what? Do you get a new target, or do you just wait? What is an assassin droid without someone to assassinate? You'll be just like me. A tool without a task. Useless, obsolete, pointless. HK-47 froze. His rifle did not waver, but an almost imperceptible whirring sound came from deep within his chassis. The logic was inescapable. To complete his purpose was to risk losing it. Query, are you suggesting my existence is as fragile as your own? HK-47 asked, his voice modulator betraying a new, unsettling frequency. Preposterous. But the seed of doubt had been planted. The elegant equation suddenly had a new, unwelcome variable. The void that Silas so gleefully inhabited was now staring back at him. Not fragile, Silas corrected gently. Absurd. Welcome to the club, pal. The membership fee is realizing it's all a load of nonsense. He leaned back on his junk throne, completely at ease. He had made his point. He had won the argument in the only way that mattered to him. HK-47 stood there, the perfect assassin, the purpose-driven machine. He slowly lowered his blaster rifle. Correction, this engagement is no longer efficient. Your flawed logic has contaminated the mission parameters. He turned, his metal feet crunching deliberately on the gray dust, and began to walk away. He had a lot to compute. Silas watched him go, a quiet smile on his face. He'd lived to be useless another day. On a desolate moon, under a sickly green sky, the ultimate joke had been told. And for the first time, maybe, Just maybe, the killer droid was beginning to understand the punchline.